On November 6th, I'm asking that you vote for Dellapenna and Miller for the Town of Union Justice. And the reason is because the alternative candidate in the race is Norbert Higgins. And Norbert Higgins, in my opinion, is probably the most unqualified person to ever even try and get elected as a judge. My personal experience in Norbert Higgins goes back to a divorce case that happened a couple years ago. He was assigned as law guardian for my daughter. Now, my ex-wife spent a lot of money on a lawyer to make the process as brutal and torturous as could be. And on multiple occasions, they kept trying to push me over the edge in order to make this whole appearance for the court. Now, at one point, the first time I ever spoke with Norbert Higgins, I told him on the phone, I said, look, I want to move on with my life. I will do anything, I'll meet anyone, anytime, anywhere. I'll do whatever I have to so that I can move on with my life, have a normal life with my daughter, and just be the best father I can be. Now, the other side, one time I went to go pick up my daughter at daycare at a time I was scheduled to. They told me she wasn't there. In that one instance, you know, I didn't know what was happening, and I got really scared. Then they told me, oh, the grandmother had come, picked up my daughter. And I called Norbert Higgins. I said, what they're doing is they basically just kidnapped my daughter. It's custodial interference. I should call the sheriffs. He says, that's not what I recommend. I recommend you don't call the police because, you know, then it's just going to make all this more work. So these people kidnapped my daughter, and he says, don't call the police. And he's the law guardian for my daughter. It's his job to represent the best interests of my daughter. Now, another time I go to pick up my daughter, as I was scheduled to, at the place, at the right time, and my ex refuses and creates this whole show. She actually called the police before I even got there. And, okay, no charges were pressed, of course not. I did nothing wrong. I call Norbert Higgins. I say, look, she's refusing to even honor to abide by the visitation schedule now. And she's trying to have me falsely arrested. And he says, well, you know, okay, I hear your side of it. And then, you know, these kinds of things keep going on and on. False allegations, all sorts of stuff. So, Norbert Higgins goes into court and tells the judge that my ex-wife is the one being reasonable. The ones who's complicit in kidnapping, falsely trying to have someone falsely arrested, and creating that whole situation with false allegations and everything else. But Norbert Higgins says she's the one being reasonable. After I say, anytime, anywhere, anyone, any place, just tell me what it is I need to do to just move on with my life and provide for my daughter. We're actually in the trial for Supreme Court. I look over while people are giving testimony. Norbert Higgins is sitting there reading his mail. That's how much effort and care he put into this. He's reading his mail while people are testifying. The court eventually asks him a question. He says, I just wasn't paying that much attention. He did not care at all. Other lawyers, I spoke with another lawyer, yeah, they actually called Norbert Higgins a bottom feeder. The guy is unethical. I don't know why he did what he did. I have no idea if it has something to do with this whole getting on the ballot to be a judge. I don't know if he knew the other lawyer and they were friends. I don't know. I know he was lazy. I know he was unethical. I personally cannot imagine a worse person being a judge for the Town of Union. So I am asking you to please vote for Dellapenna and Miller, because the alternative is Norbert Higgins, and he does not deserve it. He is unqualified, and it makes no sense to me how or why he would even think he should be elected as a judge for the Town of Union. Please vote Miller and Dellapenna on November 6th. Thank you.